Hey, Rob Bannon here, your performance coach at TPG Golf. Today I want to spend a few minutes talking about our short game setup with the goal of making solid contact. So everything that we do in our chipping setup, our pitching setup, and our short game, our fundamentals are all designed so we can make clean contact on the golf ball. So before we get started, a couple things I want to talk about as far as terminology goes on the wedge itself. The three things that we're really concerned about on the wedge is, number one, is our leading edge on the wedge. You can see this leading edge right here. The reason why we're concerned about that is because as this leading edge contacts the ground and starts to dig, it's going to provide resistance. It's going to cause us to hit the ball heavy and doesn't allow us to have clean contact. Second thing is the bounce, okay, which is the bottom of the club, basically the angle that's created from the bottom of the wedge to the leading edge as it sits on the ground. And the third thing is the actual toe. Okay, the toe of the club right here. So those are the three things we're going to talk about in our drills today, so we can make solid contact. The big thing on our wedge play is that we want to be able to swing the club up and down the swing plane with a slightly open club face, and the drill that we have set up will help us do that. If we look right here, we've got a alignment stick on the ground set up along our target line. We've got a shaft put on the ground here, basically on the same shaft plane as our wedge as we set up the golf ball. So all we want to do now is set up in our chipping stance, which is a stance that's fairly close together, about one club head width, with our left foot slightly open, our hips slightly open, our chest slightly rotated towards the target. At this point, we're going to have about 10% more weight on the front side, so about 60%. And we're going to actually make some swings right here along the alignment stick, right up the shaft plane with a slightly open club face, so you can see how that toe is now a little bit open in relationship to the club shaft. So this would be closed, okay? This would be square, the leading edge right here is square with the club face, and this would be slightly open, and that's what we're looking for, okay? We want the club to be moving up the swing plane, slightly open. On the way through, we're moving down the swing plane, slightly open, and we're going to let it release. And the goal is to swing this right up and down the target, the shaft that's on the ground. Okay, so that's the drill. So we'll set up to it, a couple inches away from the alignment stick so we don't hit it. We'll get set up, weight 10% forward, hips rotated left, shoulder rotated left. We're just going to move that club up the plane, open, back the plane, let it release, have it right in front of you, like your chest supported on the way down, okay? That's what it should look like. And we're going to hit shots on the range, on the chipping area, using this little technique, okay? So we'll get set up again, weight forward, hips rotated left, chest rotated left, rehearsal, club open, right down the line. And supported on the way through. That's what it should look like. Okay, we'll hit one more. Into our setup. Rehearsal. Open. Down target line. So on the plane, through, on the plane. Good solid contact. All right, so once we do that, okay, we want to add another piece in, which is a drill. We're just using our right hand. Okay, so we can take the alignment stick down. Okay, we're going to use the same setup. Okay, do a few rehearsals. Now we just want to hit shots with our right hand, working on our sequence, letting that club release. Okay, we don't want to hold on to it like a full shot. Actually, let that club release. All right, so we'll get in our setup. 10% pressure on the front side, hips open, chest rotated to the left. We'll put our hand on the left side right here. Okay, we'll hit that same shot right up the target line, club face open, right down the target line. Support it with our chest. Okay, do those two drills before you start hitting shots on the range, and your chipping should improve dramatically. Can't wait to see the results.